Welcome to another exciting, riveting episode of Let's Talk. And here at Let's Talk, we like to talk about issues that matter to you, so we have more action and less talk. Mm-hmm. Today, first of all, I'm Jason with my co-host.
Still Cheryl.
And today, I know you guys who've been paying attention. We got a special guest in studio today, Miss Yamis.
Yes.
Yamis, so just take a second to introduce yourself and tell us why we're seeing you now.
Awesome. So it's a pleasure being here on the other side.
Great to have you.
Viewing, you know. But my name is Yami Sway. Most of you know me as Yams, right there on Mix 102.1 FM with the Islandish Talk Show. But now I am here on Superior Talk. We'll be launching Islandish podcast every Thursday at 6 p.m. So I say, let me drop in on Let's Talk, right before Independence and get in on this riveting conversation.
Almost definitely Island-ish. What's that? Island-ish.
So Islandish is my baby. My baby. It actually was birthed out of me living in Nassau. Because I went to Nassau studying at the University of Bahamas.
Okay.
And majority of them, no offense to my Nassauvians, they know little to nothing about Family Island life. Certain things about traveling there, how much it costs, just the way of life there. So a lot of my classmates used to ask me a lot of things about Freeport and about opening a business in Freeport or going to Bimini or going to regattas, how to make sense, how to get there, different things like that. So I came up with, I should start this Islandish brand that only promotes Family Island businesses and Family Island way of life. And here we are.
Awesome.
Sounds
4
good.
years strong, making money, self-employed.
Hey, way to go.
Can't complain.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, man.
Well, I wonder if I should tell you what I thought Island-ish was.
Child, everybody is up. That's the point of a name. A name is supposed to grab you
Right.
and lock you in. So
It's really Island-ish because, short, when you say ish,
Right.
stop talking ish.
yeah, little bit.
Yeah, so I say, whoa, okay. That's good. I like your
Thank you. It's actually a spin on the show, grownish,
Yeah,
blackish.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's-
Okay.
Yeah. So when you look at the word, it's like,
Yeah.
it's
Islandish,
ishy.
yeah.
Good
Man,
stuff, good
love
stuff.
it though.
Good stuff.
Okay.
So here we are on this pre-Independence Eve.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you can see, some of us are feeling a little patriotic. I ain't pointing no fingers and I ain't saying nothing, but, this is the time when we celebrate our independence here in this beautiful Bahama Islands.
Yes. Happy
Yes.
Independence, Bahamas.
Happy Independence, Bahamas.
51 strong.
51 strong, that's a long time.
Yeah, boy.
Long time.
It's a good number to play.
Why we ain't coming with that song, the big tune from last year? Nassau is the capital.
Bahamas.
All right,
Dun,
yeah.
dun, dun.
Oh, she's
Big up
ready.
Falcon 360.
Yes, sir. So anyway, we just want to say happy independence and get out of the way before we go on to tonight's topic.
Yes.
Hot.
And it can be a hot one, and we will try to contain ourselves. We will try to contain ourselves.
Yes.
But
and we will contain Jason.
Yeah, no promises. No promises. Let's see where this goes.
yeah. So our topic for this evening is leadership. Men versus women. Who's better suited for the role of leading? Now, we in this woke culture,
Yeah.
Yes.
and everything is, it just seemed to be pushing men to the side, feminism and women uprising, and women could do this and that, and women could do plenty things.
Of course. Women
You
can
know,
do
God
everything.
designed her, he didn't design her just to be a tree stump, right? He didn't just put you out there for that. So obviously he designed her for a purpose. But is
Absolutely.
that purpose leadership? Now,
It could be.
it could be. So before I get into my one, I want to hear what your take is. Do we let the Miss Yams go? Or
Yeah,
do
why
we
not?
say-
Yes.
Let Miss Yams say what her take is on this topic.
I love this type of conversation,
Yes.
to be honest. This men versus women thing. And like you said, the climate right now around the world is that big discussion of equality and wokeness and feminism. And, trying to understand the different gender roles. And in my opinion, in certain aspects of life and society, women do need to take more leadership. It's okay for them to. Like, the way things have moved and the way things have changed, the way things are happening, the direction a lot of things are going in. And it's not because men can't, It's always, you have to ask the question of, well, a woman never been in that role. Let's see what happens if you let her. Because if men have always been in charge, if you keep doing, what's the thing about insanity?
Yeah, the talk say.
Doing the same
Same
thing
thing
over and over
and expect the same.
change. It's almost like that. If men are always in charge, you never let a woman be in charge. You can't say she can't do it if you never let her try. So that's always the way I try to look at it. I'm not saying women need to be in control of everything, but some things, let's see what happens. And then if it wasn't a good idea, then we could always go back. I mean, that's how I look
That's
at
right.
it.
Take the dice and just throw it.
Yeah, like
Traps. Oh, yeah.
yeah, men always been in charge. Let's see what happens if a woman do it. And then if you don't like it, you can always go back to men. But that's just my 5 cents on it. I just
Okay.
say it. I don't think I'm wrong, but
Well, you're definitely not wrong. Definitely not. Yes.
Wonder why Cheryl would think like that. I'm so surprised Cheryl agreed with that. But anyway,
you're
let's
back
go.
up today, girl. Let's go.
Definitely. No, but I think men are the born leaders, but women can lead. I have been led by both men and women, and there are different leadership styles that's exhibited by both men and women, and there are issues with both types of leadership. Men lead differently from women, and when you're led by both, it's easy to. Once you understand who is leading you, then you know certain things you can expect. There are certain leaders that you prefer. There's certain leaders that you prefer. Would I prefer a female leader over a male leader? That's a different question that I will not answer at this time.
Really?
But
I don't answer that.
many. Well, you want to answer that? Do you, which kind of leader would you prefer, male or female leader?
To be honest, and this is only, like I said, having the opportunity to not witness but see a woman in leadership. Look at Barbados. They have Mia Mottley as their leader in their country right now, and she is leading the way when it comes to climate change and trying to look at the Caribbean as that region that needs to take the stance when it comes to small island sustainability, leading the way when it comes to global climate change and those type of conversations in CARICOM. And that's the first time in decades that it's really been taken to the level where it's actually being implemented in legislation. And it's happening in Barbados because she is there and she's a woman. So that's what I say, when you have to give them a chance and see what happens. She's been in the leadership role. I think she's been VP before, back in 2003, but in 2008 she became prime minister. So it's like, now that she is in that role and you're seeing the changes and the way their country is moving, and they're making those big connections like in Africa and trying to lead the way when it comes to black people, it's a good conversation to have. And with her being the woman there, you can't neglect or you can't take away the fact that she is a black woman leading this country. And that's a strong fact, and she's the first black woman to ever be in that leadership role. So to see the type of strides and steps they are making, I a little jealous in the Bahamas. I ain't even gonna joke. I a little jealous. It'd be nice to see
there are countless women who have led and who have done it well.
facts.
And I know Jason might be thinking that maybe these women led well because they would have taken on masculine roles or a certain different type
Masculine
of
characteristics.
leadership of characteristics, because that helps them. Sometimes women do take that on, and you see a different type of leadership when women take that on. But I think it depends on where you're leading to. There's certain organizations that are best led by women. Okay, because certain organizations require different things
Right.
from a leader. Men, of course, men are more logical. They can lead in areas where it's logistics and decision making. Women, I think women deal more with democracy in certain organizations, and women
Community-minded.
also, yes. So it depends on the type of organization, or what it would best be served by a woman, by female leadership.
I won't put words in Jason's mouth. I won't.
Yeah, but let's hear from Jason now, because he's doing a lot of head
Yeah,
a lot of facial
you're saying a lot.
expressions.
Woman, you're doing what
and-
women is do, talking
yes,
a lot.
Yeah,
And then
But
give me a
Jason,
chance
you
to jump
asked
inside
us
there.
to talk.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
gotta
okay.
give me a
Well,
chance to
must
jump
now
in.
for doing what he said.
One thing about these man,
But
sir.
did you answer? You said, would you, because Cheryl say she ain't gonna answer who she prefer. You said you would answer. Now you gave me a good example, and that's a one-off. That's not the rule. You know, you get it. There's an exception.
To every rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and she's
She's
not
the
rule.
exception?
Yeah, she's the exception. She.
There's Margaret
Because
Thatcher.
you
there's,
call her, no,
there's so
Margaret Thatcher.
Let,
You want me to read it? You want me to read it?
Yeah,
you want me to read it?
Big, big, big.
You
What's that?
preempted me.
Let's just-
You
go ahead.
preempted me with the masculinity. You understand? She didn't rule for. She didn't
From
lead
a-
from a feminine point.
No.
Exactly.
She had to
That I know.
lead with masculine energy.
Right.
So in essence, it's still leaning towards the man.
Right.
You know. So
I don't really like that point.
I-
That's not really
I
fair.
I get
you
it.
have to
Yeah.
be, because see, feminine energy and masculine energy. You know, there's two distinct energies.
Right.
Right. And you have to admit that these leaders now, PM for Barbados,
Motley.
Motley. I see her in action and I like her. Honestly, I see because she's doing some big things.
Right.
Right. But to say she really moving in feminine energy, no. And Thatcher.
So are you going to say every good female leader moved
Hey, no,
in
hold on. You
masculine
can answer that for
everyone?
yourself.
No, I only
You can
mentioned
answer
her.
that for yourself.
I only mentioned her.
Because it's
I
so
didn't.
little. It's so little to choose from. You all know.
Oh, really?
Listen,
Oh,
you
that's-
know all really. You call two names
Let's
and you
just,
say,
okay.
just, yo,
No,
what's this
no.
exception
You
to
know
the
what?
rule, right?
Let's not
But
preempt
listen,
you, Jason.
but
Why
listen,
don't you?
listen,
State your case.
I'm gonna. I can keep this. See, y'all go on global, right? And that's fine. We can keep it right here, local.
Okay.
Before
let's
you
go
go
with our
on,
Deputy Prime
before you go
Minister.
on, I want us to make a point to really answer the question.
Before you go on, sorry, my good guests and
Yes.
online viewers.
Hi,
For we
y'all.
jumped right in here and we didn't even pay attention to y'all. We are
So
bad,
sorry.
bad hosts.
Just Jason.
I just heard.
Please join us on the conversation. Call us at 352-8255, 352-8255, or drop a comment in the chat on YouTube, and we'll be glad to read it off and on online. So call us, please. Now, as we get back into this.
Yeah, I don't see. You said which one is better leaders, right? That was the question.
Yes. Who's
Men
better
are
suited for
better
leadership?
suited for leadership, men
yeah.
or women. We're not talking about energies. We're talking about
The
men
male, the female.
or women.
Uh-huh.
Now you
And
can't
result-
spin it
result-oriented.
around, right? You can't spin it
Okay.
around and say, yeah, she's a woman, but she have man energy.
Okay, for
that
real,
ain't, that
true.
ain't the point.
Point taken.
Yeah,
Point
so
taken.
her energy.
So now, let's
just
go
the point
then.
that she still is a woman.
Okay, so let's go with that then. Let's go
Right.
with pure numbers.
Right.
Who?
Give history and just look at the
Okay.
numbers ratio, and don't say because they ain't give women a chance. That's not true.
Have you ever been led by a woman, Jason?
My mommy try
I'm
to
not
lead.
talking-
She
I'm
lead
not-
us
at work.
much
I
lead.
meant yes. I know.
At
well,
work?
yeah, in
Yeah,
workplaces.
we had
Yes.
female leaders at work.
Okay, and how would you view their leadership?
To me, it was okay. I wouldn't say it was good or bad. It was okay. But it's a clear difference between men and women leadership.
Yes.
And I can't say straight across the board because some men are so passive, they're giving off
True.
that energy.
Well, I guess that's feminine energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're giving it off because
Right.
they're being pushed over. He's like, hold on, brother. Stand up and flex. Why you sitting back and taking this
Who's pushing them
passive
over?
role? I ain't getting call no name, carry no blame. You're trying to get me in problems now.
Some men just
So-
have
I said
feminine
so, Lloyd.
energy, period.
So-
Nobody gave it to them. They just
So,
because they could operate in
but
their masculinity.
Given the choices yourself, who do you prefer to lead you in their country, in your home, on your workplace, and your anything that positions of authority? Especially when you think protection may need to happen.
well,
Protection, that's
naturally,
a-
the man is the leader in the home.
I like how you add
Naturally.
these
I have
dimensions
to
to the
Yeah.
because
question.
leaders
You keep
protect
changing,
leaders.
you keep
No, I ain't
changing the
changing
marker, you know,
Yes,
like
exactly.
women
Tell
and
me
women
tell
as
me what a leader
leaders.
is too.
Then
Oh,
it's
that's what we
energy.
should have
That's
done.
why I said
That's what we should have done.
For
Hey.
example,
We should have
Defined it.
defined leader before
Right.
we go on in.
Correct.
And what all it entails.
Right, because
Yes.
then
a leader is an influencer of people, an influencer of people, and in organizations there are objectives and that needs to be met. There things that are needed to be met, goals and objectives that are needed to be met that the organization has to reach. And so the leader has to ensure that he works together with his team to do that. Now, what I'm saying is, for example, we have lots of females members of parliament. And depending on the portfolio, some females are better suited to lead in those areas. For example, social work. In that ministry area, I've seen females MPs do better jobs than male as it relates to those areas. So I think it depends on what. There are some areas that are, because they're more people oriented, and you need to actually listen to people, and you require the input of people to make decisions in a lot of those cases. Females are better capable to do that. But I prefer to be led by a male.
Now, you heard what she said just now. She put all that dynamic inside there and
Just to
changed the
come back and
marker.
say-
And you ain't even interrupt her and say she changed the marker to suit
I
the
didn't
women
change
leading.
it.
I
Marco.
was not finished.
Oh, really?
Yes, thanks.
Really?
Thanks for letting me
She's
finish.
a lady. I was trying to be courteous.
Yes.
You know,
Hey.
Thanks.
you are the man leading the show. Understand what I'm saying? So I just want to.
leading.
So
Yes.
that's what it is. That's what it is. But so what?
I may have masculine energy and I'm trying to be chivalrous. That might be what's going on. So you never know.
That's what it is. So that's what it is.
Might be. You never know.
All right.
I'm agreeing with Jason, and he's.
Yeah, and you
I
and
don't
you
care
ended up
then.
agreeing with him anyway, saying
Did
man.
she?
Yeah.
I think
Did
women
she?
make better leaders.
Wow.
But yeah.
She stick that right in there because we got to go take a commercial break, but we can pick that up on the next side of the break, all right? So stay.
Where you going, mate?
To go buy these tickets for the party tonight.
Why this boy so dumb?
Tickets242.com.
You know how hard it is?
They sell tickets for parties, concerts, plays, sporting events, everything.
You know how expensive bus is?
Well, if you just buy the tickets online, they could just send you it in the email. Then you could just print it off.
You know how strong mosquitoes is?
Or you could go to the box office downtown at the Genesis Street Gear.
You ain't scared of Joneses, eh?
So welcome back. We're here on Let's Talk with Yams and Still Cheryl and myself, Jason. And our topic for the day is leadership, male versus female. Who do you think is better suited for the role of leadership? So before we get back on the Yams, because she was saved by the bell, we're gonna jump right into our comments. And our first comment is from Jamie Fine.
Hey Jamie.
Come on, Yams.
She didn't say it like
He's
that.
saying come on.
She said,
like,
"Come on,
yeah.
Oh,
Yams." Yeah,
say, "Come
like,
on,
yeah,
Yams."
Yams, you're doing a great job.
Come
Like,
on,
yeah,
Yams.
give it to him, Yams.
You
Come
serious?
on,
That's
Yams.
what-
Don't swing up
Jamie
my
is a
friend
girl or
words.
boy?
As a male, don't swing up my
So,
friend
he's
words.
saying, come on, yeah. Now, Priska, I know where Priska leading. Before reading the comment,
scratching his
I know
head.
exactly where Priska leading.
There's not more wonderful
There's nothing more wonderful. That's what you want to say.
than a strong, sensible man as a leader. But those weak, silly men should not lead themselves, much less anyone else.
Right.
Yes,
So she leading for the men.
yes.
This is
And-
deep, kind of controversial. Jamie
Yes.
says, yeah, Jamie.
We can get controversial with this. Trust
Prisca.
me.
That's what he's trying to say, Pinder. And I'm going to need him to stop it. I'm not. I guess that comment was.
Jamie.
That comment. No, I think the comment was made right after you were talking about all women who lead in masculine energy. Nah, someone else. Read.
Jamie says, I think woman uses a lot of evoked emotions. That is good in certain areas and situations given as leaders. But men are kind of sterner and strategic. Strategic. He
point,
said it. He said it twice because he wanted to emphasize that.
Strategic.
To the point, but some need to be empathetic. Yeah, that's why you need the women in the background helping to steer.
Okay.
You know?
Woman in the
So
background.
so
My
Yam said
God.
she preferred women leaders.
Woman in the background.
She didn't say that. You said
That's
you
what she
prefer
said
women.
before the
Oh, I
break,
thought you
yes.
said
I
men.
said that
That's
before
what I'm
the
thinking.
break.
Women leaders.
Yes, but I think in certain cases women are better suited. But the only
Sure,
have
without
both-
saying certain cases, let's just
Okay.
throw leadership out there and the whole.
Jason, you
Let-
cannot
would
tell
you-
me what to say.
No,
That is
I'm-
how
no,
I
no,
feel,
I
and
want
that
to
is,
get
I
a
have
straight
said it
answer from
already.
you.
The tension
A
right
straight
here.
answer?
Uh-huh.
Right here. The tension is thick.
Thick, you cut it. Why you can't be direct
I
like
know.
Yam?
I wish I could have been like.
said,
Y'all need me to step up. Thank you.
though, for Jason's sake, say
Right.
no. What do you want me to say again?
No, I want you to. Do you prefer men or women as a leader?
I already said I
She
prefer.
prefers
certain-
I said I personally prefer to be led by men.
Okay.
Right? Because there are times in female leadership where we let our emotions take control and we're not objective enough. And I think that happens, and that's why a lot of people don't like female leadership. I just saw someone sent me something today about female leadership. Said if a woman is the boss, take my application, crush it up, and throw it in the garbage. Because and that's how some people see it. And I think you can have a better opinion if you've been led by both male and female.
Yes.
I have been led by
Yes.
both male and female, and I have had to, and because I've seen leadership up close. But then I am a female who
Feels she
has
can lead.
to lead in my job. So I have, and I have to do that objectively. So it begs the question, then if I prefer male leadership, then what kind of a leader am I as a female?
No,
Now,
you can prefer male, because I'm going to be honest. I don't feel women were designed to be in that role. But you'll have to play that role because
Right.
men ain't stepping up, right?
Because, right.
So
Because
nobody's
men are not
saying women
available.
can't lead.
Right.
I'm just saying
Women
who you
can
think
lead.
is better. Women are leading.
Exactly. But I'm saying, of course, women are leading. That's two different things that you're saying. You can say women are leading and women can lead as well. But I'm saying, yes, women are leading, but women can lead. And a lot of women are leading well. Are they best suited for the role? Maybe not. But a lot of women are leading well. But a lot of women have made a lot of mistakes in leading, and that's something that they have to learn to do well, because we have to lead in our masculine energy in a lot of times where we have to be objective and we have to remove ourselves from the situation, and that's not, a lot of times that's not how we are wired.
You
And
told me that
so
shows ago.
It takes that, what?
That's not how you're wired.
No, I think you told me that and I just agreed with you. Anyway, back to my point. Anytime I'm making sense, Jason likes to say things.
Throw you right off.
You know.
Typical man.
Really? See there? All
Typical
right.
man.
I love how she said that.
Listen, I ready to dive in.
When I
ready to
start
dive in.
saying that's woman,
You were saying that from the beginning. You were saying that from the jump. From when I
Thanks.
come in here, you were
I
saying
have
the
to agree
whole
with her. Whatever
woman
she
this
said.
and I was hearing your little comments over here. You right, sure. I could hear you. I could hear you. I could hear you, Jason.
all right.
They may not
the
could hear
gloves
you,
off.
but I could hear you.
The gloves are off.
Oops.
This is a now
man.
a male
No,
versus
'cause
female show now.
It
All right.
is. No, men versus women. I mean,
in
it's honest.
leadership.
Go ahead.
But
go ahead.
because then when you think about leadership, right? Let's be completely honest. Leadership is not just about making decisions. It's about being able to motivate people
Right.
and getting people involved and having that level of influence over the people who you're dealing with, who you're working with, who you want to come together for whatever objective or goal you're trying to reach. Now, to be honest, in today's society, that's a really important part of it. Historically, men have always been the leaders. Historically, biblically,
Yeah.
howeverly you want to put it, we've always put that mantle, that role, that responsibility on men. And as we can clearly see, over time, men have sometimes broken under the pressure. That's a fact. That's why we stopped that comment that the lady said in this weak, silly man era where some men just, they ain't doing what they supposed to do. They ain't leading in the home. Some of them lackadaisical on the job. They ain't leading on the job.
Yeah.
And that might be because they've broken under the pressure, leading to women having to lead in the home, women having to raise young men with feminine energy, leading to men not having examples of masculine energy. So in today's society, the real question is, are we teaching men to lead? And if we aren't, then what do you expect a woman to do? Just sit there?
Listen, y'all to say so much, and I just want to say, but I can't
you
answer
can't.
everything. I want to type
Okay.
everything.
We have to
I
say
get
it
points,
slowly.
right?
See, you need to go to Toastmasters and learn how to
see,
debate.
no, it ain't this. It's
Pick
just
up the mic.
that. It's just that she come with the 4 points. You come with your 4 points. Now I gotta try hit on each every point.
All right,
Want me-
Jason,
remember my point.
But-
Let me get
but
this
this is
one.
this.
Let's slow it down for him.
Men
Slow down for
were
Jason.
designed to lead. You say
Facts.
men
Right.
broke under the pressure.
Over time, yes.
If men break under pressure, what do you think women can do?
I'd rather be led by a weak woman
Women
than a
have
weak man.
trouble compartmentalizing. Cheryl then tell me how she gotta come home. This from another show.
Eyes watch.
Eh? And
Stay
she said,
current. Can we stay current? Nobody remembers. Nobody remembers
this
that.
say- but the judges say, it's
Bringing up all of Cheryl laundry. All of Cheryl dirty laundry.
How when I said say that I say when you come home you gotta put those things aside. Oh, Jason, how you expect her to just put that aside?
Yeah,
she
that's
gotta
the
let
show
that go.
I
She gotta
wanted
get that
to
off.
kill Jason on.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that off, and she gotta get that off, and you can't expect her to just let it. Expect her to call the show, please. 352-8255. I can't answer your call. 352-8255. how she needs time to get that off the chest. She have to talk this and get this off. When a man, see, woman is different from man. A man could just ignore it and all that stuff. That's why we make better leaders, because we can compartmentalize. We don't have to decompress. We don't have to. We know how to separate. We know how to keep the sheep and the goats separated. Our emotions don't drive us. I know you ladies. I'm
call
going to
me-
say
you gonna call me
guys.
good?
No, I'm going to say guys.
Okay.
But I know you ladies are more mature enough to agree that most women are emotionally driven.
Facts.
I
agree
literally
with
just
that.
said that.
Men are logically driven,
Mostly,
right?
yes.
So when you have an organization, you want it to be led by emotions and feelings, or you want logic? Someone who's going to sit down and rationalize. Not saying women can't do it, but that's second nature for you all.
Yes.
Logicalizing is second nature for you all. That's first nature for us.
Right.
Now, women are leading. They're doing a hell of a job, but they're being forced to lead,
Right.
right? So that's not their job. That's not their design, not their makeup. According to the word of God, biblically, God, man, woman, children. Men are responsible for the makeup, the breakup, the success, rise and fall of the homes, the country, whatever like that. We're seeing the fall because men step out of place.
Right.
Women are stepping in to try, but it's still falling.
It's falling because
that's
men
point
step
right
out
there.
of place.
Exactly. So that's telling you right there, the men supposed to be leading because women cannot
agree. Women cannot
stand
do
up
what?
to the pressure for it.
Yes,
I
they
don't like-
can,
I don't
and
like
they
that
are.
word.
They are doing so.
They are. They're
Yes.
doing a. See, they're
They're
holding.
doing it- yes,
they're doing
they're
a good
doing
job
it.
of making the boat not sink.
Right.
They're letting because the boat is sinking, but they're doing a good job from trying to prevent it from sinking. But the
Okay.
boat's still sinking. That's why you look at society today, and it's men's fault because we step out of the way, because you're all taking on jobs that y'all were not suited for, right? Single mother homes. I can throw a statistic at y'all, and y'all can't argue with this because it's facts. Single mother versus single father. And a single father raising his kids, the results are showing that it's just like two parents being in the home.
Fact.
Single mothers, the children, more susceptible to suicide, teenage pregnancy, prison, crime goes up, teenage delinquents, all these other stuff, because the women aren't really suited for that.
Your statistic for single
And this is
mother
leaders.
is
This
the,
leading.
Okay.
This is leading.
You-
This
I-
is the home.
I hear
The-
single
so
mo-
from
I
home,
hear you
from
say
home,
single
Cheryl, from
mother,
home, Cheryl.
I hear
from
absent
everywhere, right?
father.
From guess what? When from home goes to society. So if
Okay,
the home is failing, society is failing. And like I
single
said, I'm
mothers
not
only
putting
exist
it
because
on
fathers are absent.
The women.
You can't put it on the
I
women.
said that it's failing because men step out of place.
Right.
Right.
So
But
your
women are
last
compounding
statistic,
it. Women are compounding it.
Your last
by not
statistic
now-
should have
by now-
said
women are compounding it.
present
by now
father,
not
absent
finding-
father.
To try to help find a more competent man to help step into that leadership role, rather than trying to fill that role themselves.
I'm sorry.
I said what I said.
Can we just go back to male and female leadership?
I said what I
Because
said.
I don't. Jason just lost it
Go
just
ahead.
now.
I just said
Like
what
I
I
said, your statistic just now should have read present father, absent father. Because where you said single mothers, that should have been absent father. Because
when
the
I
only
say single
reason
fathers and
there's a
the
single
mother is
mother is
not there.
because there's an absent father.
So why the mother's not there? The
so-
statistics are still good.
Anyway,
Come on.
Pardon me?
When the mother's not there, we still have the same stats as if the mother and father's in the home.
because the mother cannot fill the father's roles, the father was
Thank you
absent.
so much.
The father was absent.
Leaders.
But
That's
the,
it right there.
But the man
father
can fulfill the
was
woman's
absent.
role.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a yes
He
or no
didn't.
question.
Huh?
So the
He
wo-
can't.
so the father can fulfill the mother's role in the family.
you cannot.
Okay, I just wanted to make
You
sure. I
cannot.
just want to make
And
sure
men
I
don't
get.
try
Yes.
to fill the mother. Try to fulfill the mother role. The men, fathers don't ever try to say, "I'm the mother and the father." The father say, "I'm the father. I'm going to do the best I can," and he finds a motherly figure for his children because he know he can't do it. Men ain't delusional. We know we can't do the role a woman can do, but some women are delusional. They think they can do the same job, or even better job than a man. Go ahead, debate me.
No, that's 100% facts when it comes to
Thank you,
family.
Thank
So
you so much.
I ain't gonna debate you on family now. When we talking
But that
about
translates straight into the workforce because the family comes from the workforce.
now in the workforce, that's
No,
completely
I don't
different.
agree with that.
I mean, the workforce comes from the family.
No,
No,
I
when it
don't
comes to
agree
the
with that. That's totally
workforce, because
different.
when you think about leadership, sometimes in a company, even when a company is being run, let's say a woman is running that company, it could be a woman running that company, but everybody else directly under a man, and she knows how to delegate to those men
Right, so
to
she
do
lays
certain
on
things
them.
that she knows. As a
Right.
woman, I ain't able to make that objective
Correct.
decision. This
So
man's
she-
stronger
yes.
than me in numbers. He better than me in terms of project management. We know how to delegate. That's one you could always say. A woman know how to like, all right, pay for the insurance, pay for the mortgage, get all of these. All right, boom. I ain't got to worry about it no more. I don't give it to you. You say you can handle it. Now, if you don't handle it, I can take it from you and I can figure out how to get it done. And that woman might be on you. She can be on you about every single
That's what-
detail, and I can run that man hot.
But that's the successful women you're talking about there. But
Right.
now, how many women in leadership roles actually submit to that? Because right now, what you're saying now is a woman who's actually acknowledging her shortcomings.
Right,
so
but
that they
then
lead.
that goes back
Many.
to what you was talking about in the beginning when you talked about women who have that masculine energy. Women who have been in leadership roles for so long, they already know what works and what doesn't work. Those are the type of women who know how to go home and be motherly, but they come on that job and they be a
And they know
beast.
exactly.
They just be,
I
alpha.
don't know.
Now, I know a lot of women,
Yes.
big ups to my entrepreneur women out there
Yes.
watching on the show. You go on that job,
And
you a
that
completely
requires-
different woman.
Of
You
course.
pick up that, hi,
Exactly.
darling, you okay?
Yes, because
your
a lot of
nose
these-
hurting?
yes.
You.
A lot of
I
these
can bring
women
you lunch.
have
to the
husbands.
babies.
That's up to the baby, but on
Not
that
the
job,
husband.
No,
Not the husband.
no,
But
the
on the
women
job,
have
man.
husbands
No,
at
that's what
home
I'm saying.
who
Go ahead.
are operating in their masculine. So when the woman gets home, she doesn't have to operate that way. She can fall back and become more feminine
Amen.
because she has a man at home
Who
who
being a
is
man.
being a man.
Wow.
I know
Wow.
someone.
It's okay if you're just
Wow.
learning something
Brilliant.
new.
I just
We're
say
going
you'll
to
Pick this
commercial
up
break and
on
we'll
the
be
next side
right
of the
back.
commercial break.
Where you going, buddy?
To go buy these tickets for the party tonight.
Why this boy so dumb?
Tickets242.com.
You know how hard it is?
They sell tickets for parties, concerts, plays, sporting events, everything.
You know how expensive bus is?
Well, if you just buy the tickets online, they could just send you it in the email. Then you could just print it off.
You know how strong mosquitoes is?
Or you could go to the box office downtown at the Genesis Street Gear.
You ain't scared of Joneses, eh?
Okay.
What? So, welcome back to Let's Talk. Listen, the comments during the commercial break, we might not need to take no commercial because it's just be getting heated inside here and I need y'all to hear what's be going on, man.
That's just my
But
opinion.
we can bring that into the show. We ain't gonna leave it on commercial break because people
No.
want to hear what's being said. Jamie says, anyways, I'm gonna throw my business out there.
Up.
Become a subscriber of subscriber of Bahama
Mag Magazine. I featured in the magazine.
Bahama Mag Magazine. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm featured in issue
Number 3.
following the IG Fine. Follow IG Fine graphics.
Yeah, man.
That's
Fine,
a
okay,
and the
that's
store
all.
graphics, store
Okay.
BHS. you
Right.
know. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
you
they
gotta
pay
pay for
get
that.
free advertisements. That Randy Cooper says a man in leadership is likely more concerned about the completion of the task. Women need the task completed in the way they want it done specifically. Thus eliminates individuality,
and
creativity, and critical thought. So women are kind of beast on the job.
We're more. I know.
What do they call it? Micromanagers.
Yeah.
What?
Typically,
Nobody
that's
want
what
that.
he's saying. That's what he's
And
saying.
women don't want.
Yeah,
People don't. Nobody
men-
wants a micromanager.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. Sometimes no.
Tommy, honestly, I prefer to be led by a male, even though I am a female leader, and that's the truth.
Well, that's another.
Most women who are leaders don't want to be led by
Right.
another woman.
Right, right.
It's unfortunate, but it's true.
Yeah.
because and I think too women could be competitive
Could be
and
or are.
Women are extremely
Let's
competitive.
say the truth. Speak the
We
truth,
don't
Shirley
dress
Devil.
up. We don't
May I
dress up
use
for
my
man.
own
We dress
words?
up to look
Thank
better than
you.
each other.
Okay then. Thank you.
I can be honest.
Yams, I'm gonna need you
woman
not to be that
finally
honest.
admit
That's the
Okay.
truth. Like
A woman
women,
finally admit it.
I have a man. My man don't care if I wear makeup. He daddy and fam. When I go out,
Exactly.
daddy and fam.
Thank you.
Makeup for other
That's
females?
to make
Thank
sure
you.
like, hey, she ain't about to look better than me. My eyebrows can be the best in here.
alright,
My
alright.
lashes can look the best in this place. And,
Says every
I
man
being
all the
honest.
time.
I being honest. That's a fact.
And women now,
I ain't putting
right?
on my makeup for my man who I already bring in with me when I go out.
Can we take
Saw
a
me
commercial
without the
break? I don't
makeup.
need to be talking to Yams.
Hey, John says,
Next comment.
women tend to get caught up in the emotions of the situation. Facts. If the woman can manage to hold down their focus to be objective, firm, and logical, they tend to do okay. And
I like how we say
that's-
okay.
That's the women who successful at leading. They know how to devoid themselves of their emotions.
Yeah. Women are leading because nowadays too many men, if they choose to identify as one nowadays, great point,
Are being raised by women.
And that goes back to
Bah,
what I was
yes.
saying in terms of
No
women
man.
are forced a lot of times to take
To-
on
yes,
leadership
leadership
roles
roles, exactly.
because men aren't being raised to
Right.
be leaders because they're not seeing men in leadership roles. They only see their mommy, they only see their Grammy,
yes.
and their manager on the job is a woman too.
Yes, and the teachers in the school, the doctors, the nurses when they go, so everybody go to see women in leadership. But that wasn't a question. That's like a fruit.
But
We're
then
asking
the question
who
was,
is-
in today's society, are men or women better leaders? In today's society.
You adding
But-
caveats to it now.
but it
See, you
depends, you know,
now,
that
you
was-
just talk to me
and
about
That
it.
was the question I was sent by production. In
Really?
today's society, are men better leaders than women? That was the question I got from production. So,
All right.
Women,
and I love the way that question was phrased. 'cause
men ought to be better leaders.
They ought to.
Yeah.
They
I would love
ought to
to
be
see
better
that.
leaders, and we prefer to be led
Yeah.
by men. But sadly, a lot of women are leading, and they're doing it well.
They're
It's
doing it
very
well.
sexy
But
to see
it's
a
not-
man in leadership
it's-
roles. Very
Oh boy,
sexy.
let's-
thing.
this is-
It's very
um,
sexy.
That's.
I'm gonna be
Go ahead,
honest.
read Chris.
Priska Hunt says that's not a fair comparison. Single fathers versus mothers numbers aren't equal, so the statistics would be skewed in favor of fathers.
I
Why?
love that.
Absolutely
I love
true.
that.
How?
Absolutely
I love that.
true.
We didn't say ratio wise.
No, it's more the men who are in the home
Who
and
are single
doing
fathers.
that. Of course, they'll get more support
Because if you
it's so
have
few
10
of them.
men and
From who support?
100
From who
women,
men don't have support
You
nowhere.
no, did you not just say men who are leading in the home, who are single fathers?
Yes.
They know to find a motherly
Go
role
and
to
find
help
it. I
them
say,
out.
go find
They
it.
know to go out and reach out
Go
for that.
and find
And
it.
since there are so few men doing that, mothers, Grammys, or whatever,
Exactly.
they don't mind helping them out. Like, oh yeah, man, I ain't got no problem. But if all of my nieces need me to babysit all of their children, I won't help that woman out. I won't help
Because
no woman out.
what-
I'd rather
So you
help
saying
this
a
man.
woman ain't gonna help another woman? They'll help another
We
man. on
literally
quicker?
just said that.
So
earlier.
wait.
Just like
And it's
how
the man's
women.
fault. And it's the man's
I'm
fault.
not saying it's no one's fault.
Whoa,
Excuse me.
whoa,
I never
whoa,
said
whoa,
fault.
whoa.
Excuse me.
I never said
Let
fault.
me just
I
clarify
never said
this.
fault.
Whoa,
I never said
whoa.
fault.
all Priska is saying 100% of the single fathers make up 10% of the single mothers, in essence. Okay?
And then you are saying that
your
those numbers
statistics
don't
would be
don't
skewed
negate
because
the
you're
fact.
talking about a
No,
small
it's
number.
not.
That's what we're saying.
No.
Anyway, we need
no.
to get back to male leadership
No,
versus female
because
leadership.
single mothers been doing it for so long. They should be better at single fathers than doing it. Because they have more support from other women.
But if
Women
they,
have a better support system than women.
but if
they have more
they ain't
examples
designed,
to
but
draw.
if they ain't designed to be leaders, even if they've been doing it for a long
They can't
time,
play the
they be
man's
bad
role,
at
isn't
it
that-
anyway, right?
isn't
That's
that
what you
what
said.
you're
Hold
saying?
on.
Was that not go back
So
to what you
now-
were saying?
so
No, I
now-
based it off of what you say.
No, so don't
you
go by
say
what I
women
say.
aren't supposed to be leaders, so I don't care how long we've been doing it. According to you, we was never designed to do that. No way.
No, you
so I don't
wasn't.
care how long we've
And it
been
doesn't
doing
matter
it.
how
We supposed to be
well-
bad at it because
I
we're
ain't saying
supposed to be
it's
leaders.
bad. Hey, hold on. I said women are doing a good job. They're doing a hell of a job. In fact, I said they're doing a hell of a job. But should they be doing it? They're not designed to do it. That's what I said. Quote me correctly,
You
young
know what?
lady.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
yes,
gonna-
sir, Mr. Jason.
All right.
You know what,
But,
Jason?
go
Even
ahead.
though I prefer to be led by males,
Mm-hmm.
I have been led by better female leaders than male leaders in my experience.
So why you prefer men if women were doing it
Just
better?
for the mere fact that women in leadership that I've also seen, women in leadership, the emotional aspect, the micromanagement, the competition, that's really very negative for the work environment. That's why I feel that men make better leaders. But like I said, in my experience, and it's just me, I have seen where you have better female leaders. I have had the experience of better female leaders than male leaders.
Now, what you said just now is what is better from you looking on the outside, but from you personally, the female was better.
Yes,
So
because-
why you
no,
choose
what I'm
male
looking at-
if my experience
For-
is showing me that females are better, I can say women are better leaders. I can want to be led by only because I've experienced
because
both.
I have the maturity to prefer
No,
what's better
Cheryl,
for the
that ain't making sense
organization,
to me.
what's better for me.
I think it's
looking
more
at
so
it from-
because, like you
it's not
say,
the
it goes back
Bahamas.
to design. Women
And
are
we don't-
designed
exactly.
to want men.
We
to
don't
lead.
live in a
That's
bubble.
my opinion.
I look at
Not
when I look at
today.
this question, I don't look at just the Bahamas. I'm looking at the world, the entire
you're
world,
saying-
not just here
So you're
and just
saying-
me, for everyone.
So you're saying, even though my experiences were good, I think men need to be in
Men are better
position.
suited leaders, yes,
That's what you're
because
saying.
they are designed that way. Yes.
Okay. Now, I ain't gonna argue with that.
You
'Cause
can't.
said-
It's
why
my
I can't?
experience.
Because
It's
I
my
know if I
experience
say
and
if I
opinion. How can you
experience
argue
something
with
better,
that?
I can want the better. I'm not gonna advocate for something else. But
It's getting hot.
Yam said in today's society, when they are saying that women can do better than men, that women are equal to, women are better suited than, because that's what is being pushed. That's the agenda that's being pushed today. That women are better for the job.
I
You still
think
holding on to that? That men are, because you ain't part of
What?
today's society. You part of the
what
yesterday's society.
Wait, what?
Jesus.
How I get?
Because I part of yesterday's society too.
Why you stay over there, Jason? How I get?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes,
Wait a
we
minute,
are.
Cheryl.
Ding, ding, ding,
What?
ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a
All right,
minute.
let me try to
She
get us
said-
back on. Let me try to get us back on track a little bit.
She said today in today's society, going according to today.
Okay.
That's why. So and
Women
your
are-
answer is based
No.
on even today, yesterday, your answer is still your answer.
Of course, I'm saying in my experience, I've experienced better female leaders than male leaders. But even with the female leaders that were better than the male leaders in my personal experience, I still observed
Some
those
things you don't
Some
like.
things that, yes, that are negative. They
conducive.
negatively affect, yes, the organization and leadership on a whole. And sometimes, a lot of times we make decisions what's best for us. What may be best for me may not be best for the organization.
So
So
you're
that's a whole
saying
different
now.
thing. I said men are designed to lead because of how men are made up. They are designed to lead,
So
and
that's
they
what
make
men-
better leaders because
Boom. Thank you.
they think
She said it.
differently.
Men make better leaders. Now let's move on. We can cut it right now.
Right. In organizations.
In my opinion,
go ahead, yeah.
Yes.
in today's society, it might be a refreshing change to see women in more. And when I say leadership roles, I'm talking about on a political and government level. Why am I saying that? I'm going to get to it right now. Because right now we're in a melting pot of people having a strong distrust for the government, a strong dislike for the way things are being run in terms of decision makings, not being clear on what's going on, and the people not having a real input in the decisions that are being made behind certain doors. And we
woman.
mentioned that women in leadership roles are more democratic,
Collaborative, yeah.
are more community minded, and like a lot of input
Yes.
from all the stakeholders in a lot of cases. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I agree.
Statistically, we're going back to statistics.
Yes. Statistically, yes.
Women
That's what they
leaders
say.
are more community minded.
Empathetic. They're
Right.
more empathetic.
Empathetic leaders. They're not going to just pull
Now-
a trigger.
Saying empathetic.
Right.
Now
They're
is
not going
that
to pull a trigger on a
Now,
decision because they feel that way a lot of
now.
times. They're going to get inputs from everybody and still make an emotional decision.
Now,
but
we've
it's
had-
going to be a decision with everybody's
We've
input.
had leaders that were empathetic, were consultative. They're always consulting this and that. And we got rid of male leaders. Who were thinking that way?
Who?
So you think you got
Give me one example.
Perry Gladstone Christie?
What about him?
I just
He was very.
Cheryl, you paying attention?
He was very consultative. He's
Very.
in consultation.
And because he was doing that, things wasn't happening. It was taking too long. He waited too long. He asked too much questions. We didn't prove we don't want that.
But you
So
know,
you think
but
we
you know,
don't
you,
want
but,
it?
you know, but you know the issue is with that.
What?
He was a man.
Oh, so because if
Oh my God.
He was a man. He was a man taking on characteristics that were not ideally
Well-
what a man leader usually does.
So-
So maybe I'm just saying.
Wait a
Let's have
minute.
this conversation.
Wait
Let's
a
be
minute.
honest. Let's be honest.
wait a minute. So
No.
he had characteristics that
That's
were
what you-
traditionally
You said that when we had a
That's what you
leader
said
in
that.
that role who
Yeah.
had those type of.
who's consultative.
Right.
We don't like that. We don't want that.
But he was still a man. It wasn't a woman doing that. It was
Right.
a man. So maybe if it was a woman, she
what
would
you
have
was-
gone
so
about
I
it
was
a
trying to
different
say,
kind of way.
no. What the characteristics you described
Right.
that would might make a better leader.
I said those are the characteristics of
a
women
female,
leaders.
right.
Of a women leader that might make a better choice.
That might make yes.
Might make a better choice.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, a man had some of those characteristics,
But he
and
was
we
still
didn't
a
like
man.
it.
But she said
he
no,
was
no,
still
no,
a
no.
man.
You described
You
the
probably did not
characteristic.
like it because he was
Oh,
a man.
you ain't
making
catch
the
what I
decision.
saying,
I
man.
understand what you're saying, but the point of the matter is it was not a woman as prime
So because
minister.
it's a woman with the characteristics, we can be more receptive to it.
We
That's
might
what
be.
she's saying.
You never know.
Oh, so
That's
we were
what I'm
just
saying.
so it's just a male versus female thing.
That's what this was. Men be woman.
No, but Jason,
That's what the
that's not
side
so
says.
bizarre, you know.
No,
that is
we had
not.
a, we had a,
I'm
we had a
just saying
woman.
in terms of
we had a woman leader.
hypothetical. Let's
we had a
have that.
woman vying for leadership.
Yes, we did.
We shut her right down.
We sure did.
Why did we?
Because women don't like women. We talked about that
Oh,
earlier.
jeez, Louise.
And women is the majority of the population and the Bahamas. I'm being
okay, then.
100%.
Okay, so
We
that
agree.
means now our
Yeah.
questions are
We don't
being
wanna be
answered
led
then.
by
And even
women,
being
yeah.
on the radio
Okay?
show at the time
So
and
you
talking
guys
about
are,
it.
you are a minority
Majority of
then.
the women who
Who's the
go to vote
minority?
and be like,
You.
hey, I ain't voting for a woman. I want a
No.
man to lead.
Yams is a minority saying that she feels that women make better leaders.
Yeah, I'm in the minority in terms
Okay
of that
then.
mindset.
Yeah.
So our question is
So
answered.
you would vote for a female leader if you had to vote for a prime minister. You'd want a female prime
Of
minister.
course.
Yeah. Okay.
If I had, the thing is like, what we don't have here, we don't have what they have in the U.S. You could go into the box and
Right.
tick prime minister. I vote for the person who's best for my constituency.
Right.
And whoever is their leader, like, that's who the party picked to be their leader.
Right.
Right.
So I don't really make that decision.
Right.
Ever.
But if you had a choice,
That's what
if I
was
had
asking
a
if you had a
choice to
choice.
take
you,
that
you
box
putting a
prime-
woman, you putting a woman up.
picking a
Let's see
woman.
what a woman could do.
And that's literally only because of what I said in the beginning. It's
Let's see what a woman could
Let's see
do.
what a woman could
Let's
do.
see what a woman
Oh,
could do.
they
Let's take a
do
chance.
make a
Let's
decision.
take
Even if I
Take a
was 51
chance.
years.
See?
Yeah, but
Just because she's
so let's
female.
take a choice because
No
she's a
way.
woman.
Like, could we be
No
in a
way.
worse position?
Yes, we definitely
Really?
could.
It really could.
Yes, we
How
can.
much?
You, how old are you?
How much?
Yams?
And we
Now, if you
were-
mind me, I bet you're under 40.
I am.
See, that's why you think
Probably
the way
under
you
30.
think.
I am.
Yeah.
You see? You
Jason
probably under
has
32.
been around.
I'm 31.
Jason has been around a
that's why
very,
you
very,
think it-
very long time.
Yes, I have.
And
I'm
so
just
he has
saying.
been
I'm
exposed
proud to say it.
to
A lot.
a lot. A lot.
I've been around
'Cause he's been
foolishness.
around
I
so
see
long.
foolishness. I do foolishness.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
so
see when
to-
foolishness happens,
based on
and I
Jason's
don't encourage
experience.
foolishness. So
to be
that's
honest,
why.
to be
I
honest,
lean
even
away.
with, and I can call a spade, and I can call it for what it is, and I can say it for what it is. Even with this amount of women being in the House of Assembly right now, it's very discouraging that a lot of things when it comes to equality and the equality bills and things like that that are trying to be pushed, why those ain't gone through yet?
What is what?
The gender equality.
We can just scourge off for a second and listen. What aren't y'all equal to? What don't y'all have equal rights to? What holding y'all back?
I
Where are
can't-
y'all being oppressed?
It's not no one says about oppression.
But okay, if you're not being equal, viewed as equal, I think that's some form of
It's,
oppression.
when you talk about it, but especially when it comes to gender equality reform and all the things that people want to be in place, they're talking about on a constitutional level.
Okay.
In terms of something that
How
my
are you-
fellow Beeman brother could do, I as a female should be able
what-
to
give
do.
me one example.
One example would be
'Cause
I
I'm
can't pass
against.
down my Bahamian citizenship to my child the same way a Bahamian man could.
Okay.
If I marry a Bahamian, if I marry a
you
foreigner
marry- right.
who is male, he's my
Right.
husband, I have a child with him, my child doesn't automatically become a Bahamian. But that's the case for a Bahamian man who marries a foreign woman.
Okay.
You understand?
But
In
as
other
a-
places in
as
the
a
world,
single- as
it's
a
by
single-
blood. Certain countries in the Caribbean, it's by blood.
But-
If any of your parents is of this Caribbean descent,
Right.
you could automatically apply. It's no conversation. And right now we're in a situation where a lot of people are stateless because the mummy is Bahamian, but the daddy
Right.
might be Haitian or this or that. So they can't properly apply for citizenship until they turn 18. They can't leave the country. They can't apply for certain things until they get to that certain age point where they could be able to take the test or do whatever they have to do to
do you
make that
think
decision and make that
was,
change.
That was done to put you at a disadvantage, or that they saw that as some way of protecting the country itself.
To be completely honest with you, I don't think it was done with any intent of thinking about any of us. I think it was just a copy and paste. This is how the law is written in other places. Let's
Let's
hurry
just
up,
do
become
it.
independent. Let's copy, paste, become out of the bombs at the top and whatever, and we just can run with it. So I don't think it was ever done to be against women. It's just that it's always been there, and it's never been something that's been talked about. That's all.
Well, there were
a lot of things in there that
strides
are
made
just
to
there.
change that a few years ago. I think it was 2002 when
Yeah,
it was
and
voted
then it
against.
ended up having
And who
this whole
voted against it?
conversation
And who voted
about
against it?
It ended up being this whole
Who voted against it?
LGBTQ conversation when it wasn't
No.
even about that. So
No,
they
2002
that
when we
was
had the referendum.
the referendum, right? That's what we talking
Right,
about.
yes.
And that ended up being
was
about
in
that
there
when it was
because we didn't
nothing
read
to do with that. It has nothing to do with that.
Because we didn't read.
But-
And because if Jason says it and we are not for Jason, we didn't
Exactly, we
read
threw
it.
it.
We just voted no.
Right. Or
And
every
so-
time
and that
I
was-
say,
that was the
every time I
issue.
mention that referendum, it's like, oh, that's the thing where they want the gay people to be able to marry each other,
Nothing
so
to
we
do
can go
with
in there.
that.
We can just say
It
no.
had absolutely
it had nothing to do with that. But
Yeah,
that
well,
was the
That's the way it was presented.
That was
and that's
the
the way it
PR.
was sold.
That's the way it
and
was.
that's the way we bought it. And that's why we didn't. Unless that's the way it was sold to us, and that's
Yeah.
why we didn't.
Without
we did not
knowledge, the
buying
people
it.
perish.
We didn't
You
want to
know.
buy it.
That's what the
So-
song say.
Jason sounds very guilty, but we forgive
No,
you.
I don't even think I could have voted. That was so long ago. I was so young.
Man,
I couldn't vote.
I could have
too.
Man, you gotta stop, boy. Man.
See
Man
this?
for you.
You see this? You
Man.
see this? Now, at any point did I say that's woman? But all night I've been hearing this.
Man.
And Cheryl is doing it, but she's doing it in a slick way.
I don't.
No, I have fun with it.
I'm in full
That's how
support
they
of
go.
all men, strong men. We love
Okay.
men. We have a commercial break to go
Yeah.
to, and then we'll be right back.
And I said the gloves was off, but
I'm Flynn Doxson from Nose Witness News, reporting live from Sniper Paintball City. We're here with the manager, and he's going to tell us a little about what they have to offer.
Daddy, I got this at Sniper Paintball. We have paintball, cornhole, mini golf, batting cage. Strike! That's not a strike.
So come on down every Saturday and Sunday to Sniper Paintball City, located next to Crosstown, where you and the family can have a great time.
See you at Sniper.
Where you going, boy?
Took buy these tickets for the party tonight.
Why this boy so dumb?
Tickets242.com.
You know how hard it is?
They sell tickets for parties, concerts, plays, sporting events, everything.
You know how expensive bus is?
Well, if you just buy the tickets online, they could just send you it in the email. Then you could just print it off.
You know how strong mosquitoes is?
Or you could go to the box office downtown or the Genesis Street Girl.
You ain't scared of Joneses, eh?
And we're back. I'm still alive. They didn't get me out during the break.
We tried.
Even though they tried, they didn't get me.
Yeah.
But we back on this hot topic. It's a hot button topic.
Yes.
And the question still lies. In today's society,
No,
leadership,
I wanted to go with my question, but I
male versus leaders, male versus female.
Okay.
Cheryl has a question she wants to stick inside there.
Yes. I wanted to ask, and maybe for the viewers as well, I have a question here. In today's society, what percentage of women do we believe want to lead? Do we believe that women want to lead?
I'll jump in on that, and I can stick. They want to lead for the perks, so they can be in charge and say what to do. But when it comes to the responsibility and the accountability of it, they're gone. That's a man job. That ain't my responsibility. So that's where I stand. They want to be in charge, but they don't want the responsibility of being in charge. Leadership starts, the word where they say lead. That means you responsible
Right.
for whatever happens behind you.
Absolutely. And
Because
for
they're supposed to be
everyone.
following.
And for everyone.
So you leading.
Right.
Now, when I buck up over there, that means that's your fault too.
Right. Yeah.
Ain't no woman want that. Because that's accountability. That's a cuss word to woman.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
She been throwing rock at man all day, so I can just say that. But let me behave. No, that's accountability. Leaders have to be accountable.
Absolutely.
Not much people want to be accountable.
That's true.
And for the most part, women don't like to be accountable. It's always somebody else's fault. Always. When I
must be a
made
unicorn then,
mention,
because I'm
I made
definitely
mention saying the
not.
state of society, why it is in this state, and I said yes, it's because the man stepped out of place. She had to come right behind me and say, "Oh, it's because the man." I already said that. See, it's okay when I can point the finger at the man. But if I can jump up and say, women helping to compound it by not stepping up and finding men who...
You have said that.
But you don't agree with me when I say it.
You have said that. I had no comment when you said that.
See, no comment when you said
Now.
but
Oh,
you
now
can
you
comment
want
when I
me to
said...
comment?
I
Would you like
But you
me to
commented
comment?
when I said...
I ready to
men-
march
it's
this
men
That
whole
would
fault.
thing
be a
up. I
different
ready to march
show.
this whole thing
Go
up.
ahead.
I ready to march this whole thing up.
Go ahead.
Because I happy that you said that because I had a light bulb moment.
Oh, go ahead.
My light bulb moment is most people in the world are not leaders. A lot of people in leadership roles who are not leaders. They don't know how to lead. They don't know how to take accountability. They don't know how to fall on the sword when they make a mistake and say, you know what? I made that decision. That was wrong. I should have go about it better. I should have had this conversation and to be more transparent. A lot of leaders, ain't no leaders doing that. They have their press secretary or whoever write something nice and pretty, but they ain't go in front of the camera and just straight up say sorry. That's straight across the board in both sexes. Now, if you're talking about in a relationship standpoint, you're right, woman. This ain't my fault. No, the rain in the sky caused me be late, so that's why I couldn't get everything. It's everybody else's fault. I will give you right on that. Women don't like to take accountability. I had to learn the hard way that women need to take more accountability, and I try to do that in my adult life because I over 30 and I need to be married, so I need to take more accountability so I can keep this man I am.
All right,
You
then,
understand
you're
what I'm saying?
wise, very
So
wise.
I understand
Very
that, and I
wise.
get what you're saying, but I think really and truly being a leader on the whole is a hard job, and it's a thankless job.
Yes.
Very, very thankless. Because when everything go wrong, they won't blame you. But then when it go right, they say thank you to the whole organization. When really and truly it was the leader who made sure such and such happened.
Correct.
So that's straight across the board truth. But I still standing on my stance. Women make better leaders.
I said she can double down.
I can be
That's
right
a true
here.
woman.
Whoever under the sound of my
Hey,
voice,
that's a real woman.
put yourself on the ticket. You got my vote.
That's
you
a real
understand
woman.
me,
She can
sister?
stand by her
I
words.
say I there with you, sister girl. Let's go. Make the Bahamas amazing. Not great, amazing.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All
All
right.
You know,
That
you all
sounds
run
like
me
your
out, I
rap,
may
okay.
run. You all run me out, I may run. You never know.
Oh, listen.
Me with some gray hair standing next to that coat on.
Why your hair have to be great?
Yeah, man, I gotta be older. They respect you, you know.
When
When
you
you're
older.
married, have children, you know. You can't be a single young girl. No. You have to be married, already have your children. You look settled.
Right.
You know, you can't
So
be
you
no.
can't young and not be settled. And why is that?
That's political science. The best people who are in leadership, they have to be married, settled, have a little bit of structure in
Yeah.
their life,
Yeah.
achieve certain things by a certain time, seasoned,
and have that-
experienced
and have
leader, experienced leadership, you know.
Go back and look at our slate of leaders currently.
Yeah, that's why I tell you all everybody ain't supposed to
Anything
lead, but you
goes.
know.
But I mean, is every man a born leader?
Leaders
question.
are not
Because if
created. They're born. No, they're saying they're born.
Leaders
I'll
aren't
go.
born, they're created.
they're created,
Yeah,
I think so.
So
I think so.
ideally, traditionally, God made man to lead.
Yes.
So then, every man then is a born leader.
Yes.
He may not be born to lead in an organization, but he's first born to lead in his home.
Yes.
Correct? Right. So every man is a born leader. But leadership requires certain training. And a lot of people don't get that training. A lot of men don't get the training they need, and so a lot of men are lousy leaders.
Yes.
Okay? But with that said, I still stand on the grounds that men, because they're born to be leaders, they have the raw material that leadership requires. And so I think men are better suited to be leaders. However, to all my female who are in leadership, who are doing it well, who have, sometimes you have to take on masculine roles or masculine energy in order to be objective, to be logical, to remove your emotions from the situations and lead from a space of just information and critical thinking and just getting the job done. A lot of females are doing that. You're doing it well. Continue to do that. And they will have to continue until the rightful leader gets back in place, and that may never happen. Because I don't think the world is getting any better.
No.
We're just
Child.
continuing to make do with what we have.
Correct. Now, so I mean, you all end
But
up
women
saying,
don't want to lead.
No,
Oh, yeah,
no,
to
no,
answer
no,
that
no,
question. To answer
listen.
that question,
And
no.
it's not because
I don't even wanna lead.
I don't want to take accountability.
No,
I
Sarah,
don't
no,
want to
just-
lead because I was not born to do that. I was born to support. We were born to play a supportive
Big
role,
facts.
and we can do that.
Big facts. When I have this
Sure.
first child, I ain't going back to work.
Oh gosh.
Once I get married, I don't know who my husband can be. God bless you. Once I push out this first baby, I ain't going back to work. I ain't leading nothing.
And rightly so.
Only person I leading is that little one.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's how God designed it.
Hang up,
See,
hang up my work.
But
like I
ideally-
say, listen,
ideally we
women-
don't live in
men-
that world.
Women
Just yams.
want
Lay up.
they want the perks of what they perceive leadership have. They want the be in charge.
It's
They
natural
want-
for us to want the benefits of something and not the responsibility of that
Right.
same thing.
Yeah, but
And
you want-
I think
but
that's a
why you're
human
not supposed to have it. You're not supposed to-
condition.
Ain't no human
that's so,
condition.
yeah.
It's a
It's
human
a human
condition.
condition. How we
Yes.
we were born to do it. You said we were born to be the leaders. So it's not a human condition. That's a sin condition that women want to be in that leadership role.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's kind of a, I doing it
agree.
because
That's a part
I
of
do it
the
because I
curse.
have to. I'm
That's
not
a
doing
part
it
of
because I
right.
want
That's
to.
a part of the
Right.
curse. But I'm saying you
Now-
do have, generally speaking, you do have human beings who prefer the benefits of something and not the responsibility of that
Yes,
thing.
yes.
So
I
that's-
prefer to
that's-
sit and just go fishing and money just come in my pocket rather than having to go slave out in the sun. Yes, I
Right.
prefer the easier routes sometimes.
So
I
that's
agree
not
with
a
that.
female thing.
But no, what I'm saying is men have issues, a lot of men have issues with their women because the women don't want to submit.
Sit down. Don't know how to just sit down. Relax. Sit down. Let him handle it.
Right,
Sit down.
that's right. Operate in your feminine energy.
Right. You
They
got-
want to be in charge. And they want to let the man be in charge when the stuff hit the fan. Okay, now you could be in charge. Stuff need to get fixed. Bills need to be paid. That need to get taken care of. That fella up there running up your mouth. Now you could be in charge. But when it's time for you to say, where is money, how is money being spent, or where we going and stuff. No. I can tell you where to go. Don't tell. You don't like what I'm wearing? Well, tough. I like it. I buy it with my money. See, so women want those benefits of being in charge in those aspects, being the leader. But they don't want it.
Okay.
They don't want it all around. You see, so and that's part of the curse. That's part of the fall.
My cousin tell me I go and go ahead.
Leadership, ultimately, God has his design. He had his design. And when we operate like that, everybody wins. Everybody
Yeah.
wins. So you can't go against it. I mean, you could. Because all of
You
us
could.
might not believe the same
But
thing.
child-
And a lot of people going against it. That's why the world falling off right now.
Right.
But men were designed to lead. Men were designed to take because in most areas, we don't need that empathy. Most areas, we need this company to succeed. We don't need the feelings part of it. Most companies have human resources. The woman can be in charge of that, but she ain't gonna be in charge of the company. Because when
You
it's
put the
time
woman
to
in charge
when
of
it's
human
ti-
resources.
when it's time to void yourself of that emotion, because I feeling sorry for Yams, but Yams ain't showing up to work. Yams going through a bad breakup.
Okay.
You know, she feeling bad.
Well,
Now,
I
because
know
you's a
some. I know
woman-
some man who's don't show up to work when
Hold
they
on,
go
listen
through
to me,
bad
man. Let me
breakup
go,
too.
So
They hug
I
in
as
the
a woman,
toilet.
or Yams having a
Let's
a,
talk
a
about-
woman, a
let's
woman,
talk about men and their-
a female moment. She can't make it, but the business still has to go on.
Key example. Look at what the place called and ask her. Oh Lord, look at Seafront Sushi. All their staff is male,
What
from the
happened?
chef to the waiter boy, because they say man don't take maternity leave.
Okay then. And
Man don't get pregnant. Man don't have
Listen,
period.
and listen.
Man don't have doctor slip for
All
every
right,
month.
and check this out.
He can
this
come to work.
lady,
Yeah, they don't have
this
period, but
lady
they have
owns a
symptoms.
tech company, and you know what she says?
Cheryl.
She prefers to hire men. She only has men. So she hired female to code. She said, but the women don't put in that time because they got to go deal with their families. Men will stay there. We always hear the story
Yeah,
these
because
men
they
married to
have
their
to.
jobs.
Right.
They give more on the job. They give of themselves more on the job. Women have more to take. They have to think of their families, so they can't put that
Right.
time in on the job. Same with the same that trans straight up to leadership. That
I think it
transfers
goes
straight
down
up
to gender
leadership.
roles.
You know.
The roles. It goes down to gender
Yeah.
roles.
So when you have a leader, you want him to have some empathy in him. You don't want a robot running your country or your company. But when it comes time to, if he's having an
Make
emotional
decisions,
crisis,
right.
you don't want him sitting down, oh boy, I want in how because I feel in this way, or I am, this is my time of the month, and I'm snappy.
Yeah,
I can make her.
Don't.
Let's not do that.
You
Because
laying too heavy.
This reality.
You laying too
This
heavy.
reality. You
You
saying
laying
man,
too heavy.
typical man. You say
It's a-
typical man, so I gotta say typical woman.
Because
now.
there's
I gotta
a
join.
thing called
First of all-
Midol, there are things
Oh
called
no, they don't
Tampax.
work all the time.
You don't know when women
Pop
have
that
their
and
time
I'm
of the
ready to
month in
go.
the workplace.
I don't know.
No, you don't.
I don't know.
No, you
1,000
don't.
grams of ibuprofen, I got to go.
See, man,
So
don't need no ibuprofen.
Boy,
He take a shot or something.
You all have your headaches. And then let's
He
not
take a
talk
shot,
about.
so.
I think we
But
have to
anyway,
wrap up because I really don't want to talk
straying
about
off.
men's
I just was
inability
poking
to be
the bear just
objective.
now. I just poking the bear just now. Let's go ahead.
but
You brought up poking because that
Yeah.
could be an issue in the workplace when men are not
Hi,
able to be
hello.
objective because of compromising situations in the workplace, and that's the thing that you don't
Yeah.
find with women.
they
but
leading with
mostly
their head and not their head.
That's why I don't have
Yeah.
no woman on the job. Then the man ain't get mess with her. Ain't nobody mess. Not fix that.
You know
Well,
what?
in
Go ahead.
today's society, that
Yeah,
might
today's
be
society, those who
that
identify.
might be an issue. that may present a different whole spread of
Definitely.
problems. But back to my final point on this.
How many
I
final
still
points
no
you
for
got?
real. Like this, is my last one for real.
And my final closing.
I still only because I would like to see it actually happen. Because all we doing right now is being hypothetical. If a woman was a leader, if a woman did this, if a woman did that, we've never given them those leadership roles in. When I talk about on the political landscape. In terms of actually being able to see if they could take the helm and lead in those type of ways. And it would just be nice to see, to witness,
Just to see.
you know.
So we can say, oh, woman in power.
No,
Just to try.
See, and I like how you have voice going up
Yeah.
an octave, and you
Yeah,
say
I
that
have
too,
to.
and you say I throw shade, but everything
Man,
cool.
I have to join.
I just saying.
I have to join.
Key example. Ministry of Education right now, that jacket is led by a woman that's been led by her for a little while.
No, it's just
Boy,
the
you
last
don't
3
want-
years.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm just saying, and like
Might be a
most.
brownie point.
No, I'm not saying it as a brownie, but I'm saying that, and people have critiqued the way education has not been progressing. But a lot of people feel like when it comes to jobs, like when it comes to teaching, nursing, those type of jobs, they label them as feminine jobs. Am I wrong?
They do.
They do. So that's what I'm saying when it comes to like time to like shift things sometimes in today's society. We may feel like, all right now, maybe more male teachers are needed because a lot of young males don't have male role models. So seeing more males as teachers, more males taking leadership roles when it comes to their education, when it comes to their mental and physical health, they'll be able to take it more seriously because a woman telling them what to do, they ain't really listening. But a man, hey, do your schoolwork.
And how do you think that translates on the job?
And that is be the problem. A lot of boys go on jobs and they don't know how to function properly because that's their first time having a man in that leadership role, and they feel like that boy is their friend because they've never seen a man
But
in a
if-
leadership
if-
role
if-
in their
If
life.
they're rejecting or have an issue with a female teacher telling them what to do, how do you think when they become men and now a female telling them what to do, then how much more would it be?
That goes back to my point as well. So it's like, where's the male influence? So if they acting like that in the school, then when they go on the job, it's either more women, or if they go on the job and it's a man for the first time. Usually when I run males, it's just me and my boys chilling out, hanging out. Like, man, boss, man, you's my boy, man. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, I your boss.
No,
I ain't your friend.
No, you
Or
don't.
with you as a male, what is he, yeah?
I was just going to tell you
Yeah,
that.
'cause
They
I
may
ain't a man.
They may come into the field thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
But the minute they buck up and I be like, bro, it don't go so. They line up. Or they roll out. One of the two.
And
They can encounter
what's
a
the
man.
percentage?
Is it
What's
hard-
the
is it hard
percentage
to
that
get them
rolls
to-
out?
to
And
line
the
up?
They don't roll up
percentage.
because they want the money. They need to make the money, so they have to line up.
So is it hard for them to line up to
It's
the
hard.
male
It's an
authority?
adjustment.
because-
It's an
okay.
adjustment, and it's. I find myself having to actually step out of character, like to be more forceful. I am a
Okay.
forceful guy, but I find myself to be a little bit more aggressive. You know, with those type of guys, because I'd be like, hold on, bro, where you coming from? Line up.
Yeah.
You don't operate like this.
Right,
Okay.
And you can see sometimes they, like, it's a shock,
right,
right? But they need to get it.
right.
And because they didn't get it at home. I've been
Right.
talking about it in school. They didn't get it at home.
So do
it
you feel
starts
like
from
right
home.
now in today's society, more women are in leadership roles than men? Like right now?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
like yes, because I go straight to the schools, straight to the schools. Now, we had a show back a little while back. I would prefer my young child under a woman teacher because at a young age they need that
More nurturing.
nurturing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But when they get high school, I prefer my kids with male teachers because listen, time for you to see how the real world can be.
Right.
Even though I already started showing them at home how the real world can be. Nobody owes you nothing. You got to work for what you want.
Right.
Don't come around here with this entitlement stuff. A male teacher would help to enforce that in high school. Female teachers in high school can still be, for the most part, mothering and feeling sorry and empathy. So now here they getting it at home from their mommy. They go to school, they get it from the teachers at school. Now they get it, graduate. And if a woman boss on the job, she might do the same thing.
That's why it's important to enroll your children in sports.
Yes. Yes.
I had a
Sports
lot
teacher
of
discipline.
male coaches that really, because of course I had my dad in my home growing up, my mom, my dad, my entire life, and
Right.
my dad is my jack. I was a daddy's girl. But with male is my dad, male teachers, male coaches, it gave me that sense of, all right, this a man, respect, understanding structure. Like he ain't talking to me like that because he getting on me. This how I can get proper direction, and it ain't
Right.
nothing personal.
Exactly.
When I come here and I don't do what I supposed to do, I ain't playing. I on the bench.
Use a keyword, structure.
Yeah,
Right.
it
That's
gives a
mine.
better sense of structure.
That's mine.
Whereas with a teacher who's feminine gives you a bit more emotion. Where I'm able to express myself, say how I feel, and not get judged or get laughed at. So I think both bring a lot to the
Yes.
child rearing experience.
Yes.
That's why we need to go back to the 2-parent homes.
Most definitely.
Stop
Most
shacking up.
definitely. Most definitely. Can't push that message enough.
Yeah,
Cannot push that
no
enough.
more baby mamas, more
Oh,
more
push it.
wives.
Preach it.
Go
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And female for prime minister.
Nah, see, you
ladies
lose
and
me there.
gentlemen.
You we had that opportunity. Even the big superpowers had that opportunity.
Right.
They're rejecting it. That idea because the world knows
What?
who's supposed to be in charge. Now we ain't talking about the exceptions. Not
Right.
stay in charge. Who make better leaders? The world knows. Even though you may want your little female.
Yeah,
leader,
man, I
that's
guess
it.
you know.
Women do it. No, the world know better than that. We ain't taking it. What Cheryl say? We ain't taking no chance.
No.
Ain't no we can see.
No, you know.
Why y'all can see? Watch.
We have one shot. Watch. I can't take a chance. 5 years? No, that's a
No,
long
no,
time
that's
to
a
live with a
long
chance.
time.
Y'all
You
see?
understand?
No.
You understand.
Y'all can
No,
see.
sir.
Y'all can see.
So this has been Let's Talk. I think we do a lot of wrapping up. We need no more wrapping up.
I am serious.
This has been a pleasure and it's been a joy. And listen, look out for my girl, Yams, on Islandish.
Thursdays, uh-huh.
Every Thursday, 6 p.m., right here on Superior Talk. We about to get into it, man.
Yeah, man.
First guest out the gig can be a big one. Every week I'm going to have a different guest.
Okay.
So it's not going to just be me. It's going to be some people right there in the Freeport community from different islands as well. Conversations and topics y'all definitely want to hear. And you'll have a chance to ask them questions about their business, about their success, and how they were able to appeal to a global market and make money outside of the Bahamas. So
Good stuff.
definitely
So
want to be a part of
It's
that.
about making money. This ain't about talking and
No.
fighting and rowing like how we can on.
No. It's got to be a success. Now to get to that global appeal, get to that global market, and make some real money in your business, man.
Yeah, and we all about making that money.
Of course.
All right. So this has been Let's Talk. It's been a pleasure. It's been a joy. So guys,
Yes.
Happy
thank
Independence,
you.
Bahamas.
Happy Independence.
Yes.
Go Bahamas 242.
All the way.